Q&A kind of near the end. So, if you have any questions throughout the presentation, just type them into the chat. I'll be keeping track of all the questions that take place throughout. And then at the end, I'll be going through all the questions you all had throughout the presentation and going through them with our presenter. We'll do our best to get to as many questions as we have time for, but there's quite a few of us, so we'll try our best. As well, let me see here. Oh, live transcripts or closed captions are available for those who need it. You can turn them on using the Zoom menu that's either at the top or the bottom of the screen. But if you have any troubles with that, let me know and I can see if I can figure that something out. And last but not least, we have a small optional survey. It's just to give us at the library feedback on this presentation. So I'll put a link in the chat now, just in case there's anyone who needs to leave early or anything like that. But then I will also post it again at the end of the presentation. So that, yeah, if you feel like you'd like to, we'll have just a little chance for some feedback. So I'll just put the link in there now. Oops. There we go. There we are. So there is the survey there. So again, optional survey just kind of gives us feedback on the presentation for us here at the library. And I'll put it in the chat again at the end of the presentation. So, oh, I have one more person joining us. All right, so that is it from me. So again, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. I'll be keeping track of all the questions throughout. And we'll be going through them at the end of the presentation. Okay, so enough for me. I will pass it over to Karine to get us started.
Thank you, Claire. Good afternoon, everyone. Am I clear enough? Can you hear me? Okay, good. Good afternoon. We're here for a workshop on entrepreneurship and financial literacy introduction. It's just an introductory presentation that we're going to look at. Fast. So my name is Karine. I'm the business advisor from Prospect Human Services. I've been with Prospect for 4 years. I'm working out of the Edmonton office. I work with the program for entrepreneurship for people with disability. That's our program. And what we do, we try to make your business dream a reality. And you're supported by a business advisor. We'll assist you with coming up with ideas if you don't have, but it's good for you to have an idea. We'll do workshops as well. We have access to product developers. We assist with patents. We do networking opportunities and so on. So this is just the goal of the workshop. Hopefully we can cover everything, if not most, of the information that we have here. And it's just to see the importance of financial literacy for entrepreneurs, understanding the basics of budget investing, looking at cash flow, and building personal wealth, and some costs that you may need as an entrepreneur to start your business. It's just saying that financial literacy gives you the opportunity to be confident and empowered to live the quality of life you've worked for, and it's by Erin Beeble. Not sure where my introductory slide went, so I'll just give a bit about me. So I'm the business advisor from Prospect Human Service, and I'm very happy to have all of you join us here today. As I said, it hope will be a very informative and educational workshop for you, small business owners. My focus on business advising, I help entrepreneurs and small business owners and professionals navigate growth, strategy, and innovation. Whether you're launching a business or scaling an existing one or exploring new careers, I provide guidance in areas such as business development, digital marketing, and AI-powered solution to enhance productivity and success. I'm a trained fashion design teacher and interior decorating teacher in the past. Still have those skills in addition to business coaching and advising. I specialize in career advising, assisting individuals in overcoming employment barriers, developing job search strategies, and aligning their skills with market opportunities as well. I also offer consulting as AI consultant, and I work as a ghost product developer as well. I do fashion designing on the side, fashion illustration as well. I'm an author. I'm a ghost author as well. That means I write books for people without anyone know that I'm the one that write those books as well. I'm also a, an art therapist where I help persons to express their feelings and thoughts through art as well. So that's just a bit about me. I don't want to take too much time because I'm a Jane of most trade and master of all the trades that I've learned. All right. So let's get into the presentation. So the importance of financial literacy. Do we have many entrepreneurs here? You can just put it in the chat if you're an entrepreneur. That will give me an idea of the persons that we have on our call. Okay, great. So, so having financial literacy helps you to make informed decisions. It empowers you to make well-informed decisions regarding your funding, your investments, and also your spending as well. It gives you a solid understanding of finances, provides a strong foundation for building and scaling your businesses. So we can say financing is the backbone of our business. All right. It will give you long-term success by managing your finances effectively. You can create a sustainable and profitable business that thrives. This is just understand the basic of budgeting, saving, and investing your money. Budgeting. We have to budget as entrepreneurs and business owners, even as a mom, as a dad, even as a student. We have to have budget knowledge. So it's good when you have your business, it helps you to develop your budget that tracks your income and your expenses. It identifies areas for improvement and how to optimize your spending as well. For saving, it creates an emergency fund to cover unexpected costs that you may have and save for future investments and business growth as well. Explore investment opportunities for long-term growth. Consider investing in your business or in the stock market as well. There are two ways that we can fund our businesses, two ways that we mostly use, and it's like debt financing or equity financing. So you can borrow money from banks, lenders, investors, families, friends. This comes with interest payments sometimes and repayment schedules. For equity financing, you can sell ownership stakes in your business to investors. This can dilute your ownership and provides capital without debt as well. So, for example, like Shark Tank, when you have those Shark Tank things, when you have those investors come in and say, okay, I want 50% of your business, and you get this amount of percentage from the business. Now we'll move on to cash flow and how we can avoid some common pitfalls of cash flow. I'm going to show a YouTube video that will kind of explain a bit about managing your cash flow and so on. So let me know if you can hear it. I'm not sure if I shared sound when I started, but let me know if you can hear it, please. Thank you. Any sound? All right, so let me stop sharing for a bit and then reshare. All right, just a minute. It's just a minute. All right, let's start that again. Sorry about that. Technology. Okay, awesome. Let me know if can you see it? Can you see the video? Awesome.
Have you ever wondered why some companies succeed while others do not? A study has shown that only 20% of startup companies survive the first 5 years in business. Let's look at this scenario. Company A and Company B are both phone manufacturers. The two companies started operation the same year. Also, both companies made an annual turnover of $10 million in their first year of business. 5 years down the line, Company A goes bankrupt and goes out of existence, while Company B has grown to generate an annual turnover running into hundreds of millions of dollars. What happened? What made the difference between these two companies? You will find the answer in the cash flow statement of both companies. In simple terms, cash flow refers to the movement of cash in or out of a business or an establishment. It is the total money that comes into a business and the total money that goes out of a business. When we talk about money here, it does not imply cash only. It also refers to cash equivalents. For instance, things like office buildings, machinery, warehouses, plants, trucks, etc., that come into a company are not cash, but they are cash equivalent. At the basic level, if a company can generate profit for the shareholders and has built a structure that guarantees positive returns for many years ahead, it means that the company's cash flow is in a healthy state. On the other hand, if the company is struggling to pay out dividends to its shareholders and is accumulating more debt than profits, it means that the company's cash flow is in an unhealthy state. Let's look at it from another angle. Let's pretend you own a company that manufactures furniture. You make money from the sale of furniture. You need the cash flow to pay your workers, your suppliers, and yourself. You also pay out your business loans. From the money you make, you pay for your house, your car, and other personal expenses. As long as the cash that comes to you is enough to take care of these obligations, then your cash flow is in a healthy state. We can break down cash flow into two types. Positive cash flow. When a company has a positive cash flow, it shows that the company is adding to its cash reserves. That is to say, this company is making more money than it's spending. This kind of result could allow the company to reinvest in the company, pay out money to the shareholders, and also be able to handle payments of debt in the future. Let's say a company's total revenue for the year is $100 million, but its total spending is $60 million. That means this company has $40 million in excess. It is from this $40 million that money will be paid out to the shareholders in the form of dividends. A part of the profit could also go into acquiring equipment and other forms of investments that could sustain the long-term growth and earnings of the company. Negative cash flow. When a company is spending more money than it is generating, then this company is running on a negative cash flow. One company could be generating more money than another company in the same business, but still be on a negative cash flow, while the other company is on a positive cash flow. Let's call this company Diamond Brand. If Diamond Brand has generated $200 million in revenue or inflow of cash for the year, but its total spending or outflow of cash is $220 million, then it has accumulated $20 million in losses. In this case, the company is on a negative cash flow. Let's introduce the other company that's in the same business as Diamond Brand. Let's call this second company Emerald. If Emerald had net revenue of $150 million, but its total spending is $100 million, that means this second company has made $50 million in positive cash flow. In this scenario, even though Diamond Brand generated more sales and accumulated more revenue, Emerald is far ahead in profit and is more sustainable. At this rate, Diamond Brand is most likely to pack up in a few years to come, while Emerald could be on its way to becoming the next big thing. If you're getting value from this video so far, I'd like you to pause this video right now and hit the like button. Also, click on subscribe. That way you can be sure to get notified of other inspiring videos just like this one. Done? Awesome. Let's continue. The cash flow statement. The cash flow statement, CFS, is a financial statement that places side by side the total money that comes into a company versus the cash that goes out of the company. The money that comes in or goes out could be cash or cash equivalent. The cash flow statement assesses how a company handles its cash situation. It shows how the company generates money to meet its financial obligations. It is a mandatory part of a company's financial reports. Here are different forms of cash flow. Operational cash flow. This includes all the money that comes from a company's major business engagements. Like in the example given earlier, you own a company that manufactures furniture. All the cash that comes from the entire process of manufacturing and distribution of furniture falls under this category. This incoming cash is what pays salary to your workers, yourself, and takes care of other operational costs. From the money your workers earn, they take care of their financial obligations, while you handle your personal financial needs from the money you earn. Investment cash flow. This refers to cash made or spent through investing activities made by a company. This includes investments made by a company into other business establishments, such as sales or purchases of capital assets, such as plants or equipment. This kind of investment is made majorly for expansion of the company. Shareholders could earn more money in dividends, and the overall value of the company will go up. In your case, as an example, when you make this kind of investment in your furniture company, it could increase your net worth. Financing cash flow. This includes cash a company receives through debts owed by other establishments, or paid out as debt repayment to other establishments. All the money a company receives or spends when it issues bonds, sells stocks, or pays debts accruing from loans falls under financing cash flow. If a business comes short on cash and is unable to pay its obligations, it will experience a cash flow crunch. If the cash flow crunch stays for a long time, that business could run into bankruptcy. And this is not good for any establishment. For this reason, it is advisable to set up a form of an emergency fund. It means that in good times, you keep aside some money that could help you manage future emergencies. This is a good idea when it comes to managing cash, either for yourself or for your business. Free cash flow. This is not part of the three major kinds of cash flows in formal terms, but it is highly valued by investors. This is money that comes out when a company's capital spending is subtracted from the operational cash flow. It is called free cash flow because it is free from any commitment. It is very important because it shows the money that a company has after spending cash on its obligations. It is a measure that is often used by business analysts to assess how profitable a company is. Robert Kiyosaki explains cash flow.
Self-employed in Canada? Protect your small business with Zinsurance.
Robert Kiyosaki, the author of the best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, explained cash flow in what he calls the cash flow quadrant. According to Kiyosaki, there are 4 categories of people. 1. Employees. 2. Small business owners, self-employed, or specialists. 3. Big business owners. And 4. Investors. Robert said that growing up, he wanted to be rich. But his poor dad, who was his real dad, wanted him to be an employee and often told him, go to school, graduate with good grades, come out and get a good job. That falls under the first category, employees. On the other hand, his mother wanted him to become a medical doctor. He said his mother, who was a registered nurse, told him, the richest people I know are medical doctors. In other words, his mother wanted him to be a specialist. This falls under the second category, specialists. According to Robert, the person who made the greatest impact in his life was his rich dad. Robert's rich dad was not his real dad, but the father to his childhood friend. Robert's rich dad wanted him to become a big business owner and then an investor. He said to him, Robert, if you want to be rich, you have to build businesses and become an investor. In other words, the third and the fourth categories are where wealth is built. A big business owner is someone that builds a business that has up to 500 people as employees. An investor is someone who has transitioned from owning businesses to investing in other businesses. Investors do not have to be a part of the day-to-day affairs of the company they invested in, but they are making their money from those companies. Examples of big business owners are Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Michael Dell, etc. People in this category pay the lowest form of taxes legally, and therefore have a cash flow that is not unhindered. They also have a better opportunity to grow their money even more. People who work in the first and second categories pay the highest amounts in taxes and could end up struggling financially in the future if their responsibilities increase. So, to build wealth, you have to work on transitioning from employee/specialist to big business owner and investor. There's nothing wrong with being an employee or a specialist. Most times, it's a good place to start from. But you would want to aim for the best in life. You could do this by saving money from your earnings in the first and second categories, so that you could invest in things that would bring you money and passive income. To further explain this, Robert defined the terms assets and liabilities. For a long time, most people counted their cars and their homes as assets, but Robert has a different view. In simple terms, Kiyosaki defined an asset as anything you own that brings you money, while a liability is anything that takes money away from you. That is to say, an asset makes you richer, whereas a liability makes you poorer. Let's say you own a home and a car. At the end of each month, you pay a mortgage for your home and a loan for your car. These possessions are taking money from you, and therefore are draining your cash flow. If you want to build a positive cash flow, then you must focus on putting your money on things that will bring money to you without you having to do extra work. Robert suggests investing in real estate or any other form of investment that could put cash in your pocket after deducting the expenses. Let's say you bought an apartment building at the cost of $1 million, with no money down on your part. This property is being financed by your bank and is bringing in $15,000 in monthly revenue. If your monthly expenses on this property are $12,000, which you spend as payback for loans and taxes, you'll be left with $3,000 in positive cash flow every month. This is the money you're earning in passive income. You do not have to do any extra work to earn this money. So, Robert suggests keeping your liabilities low while you work on growing your assets. Assets bring positive cash flow. It's the positive cash flow that comes to you as passive income that could make you financially free and help you build wealth. Here are some videos you could watch. Assets versus liabilities and how to generate assets.
All right, so that's it for cash flow. Hope you've learned something from that one. We'll go back to the presentation, to the slides. Okay. Okay, good. So now we're going to look at taxes and legal consideration for entrepreneurs. And yes, if you have a business, we can't run away from taxes. It's just a part of it. So you have to understand your tax obligations and comply with all relevant tax laws that are there. Later on, we'll look at how you can, in return, maybe pay lower taxes. Choose the best legal structure for your business, such as a sole proprietorship, a partnership, or a corporation. Draft clear and legally sound contracts to protect your interests and mitigate potential risk as well. As I've said, we can't run away from taxes. You have to have like your GST and HST, businesses earning over 30,000 annually. Income tax report, all businesses earning and deduct eligible expenses from this. So you'll have your CPA working on this. Some business owners are afraid of doing their own taxes, so that will help them to save some money as well. Your payroll deductions for your CPP and your EI deduction as well. Your business tax deadline, always remember this, and it's based on the type of structure that you choose for your business as well. And you can get most of these information on CRA website as well. And there's just a little slide that talks about building personal wealth, and that video spoke a bit about personal wealth as well. So develop a personal financial plan that aligns with your long-term goals as well. Invest, explore investment opportunities for long-term wealth building, and set aside a portion of your income for savings and retirement, and for those rainy days that we may have. And a triangle pyramid was used for financial planning at the top of when you're planning of your finance. As I said, finances in everything that we do in business, the backbone of businesses. And that's why most of us go into business, because we want to make money. So that's it. We're going to look at some startup costs that may incur in starting our businesses. Not all, but we're just going to go through some of them. And these are just some things that you may need for your business and that will cost you. So we look at registering your business name, whether it's going to be a sole proprietor, corporation, partnership, pay for your business license, pay for business insurance, look at equipment, inventory that you may need for your business. It all depends on the type of business that you're starting, because some businesses you may not need inventory. You can start some businesses for $1. And also you're going to look at like your location as well. Yes, you can start businesses at the low end. All depends on what you want to do and what you're interested in. So this is just giving you the three main types of structure and just giving you some information about it as well. So your business as a sole proprietorship, you become the sole owner of that business. Partnership is when two or more individuals or a corporation do businesses together in partnership. So it could be even you and your friend, you and family, all depends. Corporations have similar rights and responsibilities as the other structures, but offer you limited liability as a business owner. It is, however, the most complex business structure with regulation and reporting requirements you must follow during the life of your business as well. These are some costs for sole proprietor, and these are just some estimated. Don't put my words for these costs, all right? You can go and do your research and see how much it may cost to register your businesses as a sole proprietor, as a corporation, or as a partnership as well. And it may depend, it varies. Prices may vary. It depends on your location and where you're doing, and when we're doing this workshop as well. So don't hold me to say that, yes, Karine said that this is what we should pay, all right? Some other fees that we may have is like opening your bank account as well. And these are just some estimated, as I said, cost that it may be for you to pay for your businesses as well. So like ATB, TD, and these are just some of the banks. We have other banks also that you can choose for your business as well. You may want to pay an accountant. As I said, some persons are okay with doing their own accounting, doing these QuickBooks and so on. So you may not really need to pay for this, but maybe pay for the software or something like that. Pay a bookkeeper as well. And the rate varies, $40 to $100 or more. And it can be less, it all depends. If you have a startup bookkeeper, you may can get it at a more reasonable cost than $50. If someone just want to have you to practice with, you may can find someone like that as well to do some costs with. Other costs is that you may want to invest in a business advisor to help guide you in writing your plans, giving you information, help you with goal settings and so on, and give you resources on how to handle being an entrepreneur. So if you want to pay for a business advisor, you can do that as well. And places offer free business advising as well. Registration. You require a license to open a business in the city of Edmonton, whether it's a brick and mortar location, online or home-based business as well. We spoke about insurance. It's important to have insurance for your company. All right. And if I'm not looking directly at you, I'm just using two screens, so I may turn my head away to view the other screen. There are different types of insurance depending on what your business is as well. So some common ones are like general liability insurance, and you have error and omission insurance. You have cybersecurity as well, insurance as well. And the cost can be $100 or more per month. And you can just consult your insurance broker for tailored advice on these insurances that you may need for your business. Next one is that we're just going to look at costs, because you may have a laptop at home, so you may eliminate that cost as well. Furniture, if you're working like from home, you have your kitchen table or your kitchen counter that you work from for your business or your home office. You may need printer and scanner. You need softwares that you may use to run your business as well. Pay for your phone and internet, your point of sale system, and little office supplies as well that you may need. And other costs that we may look at is like website and hosting, renovation cost if you're renting an office, you may want to renovate it to your liking and your style as well. And even in your home, you may have in the basement, you may want to set it up to have that little cozy office space in your basement as well. So you may incur some cost at doing that. Next, marketing. How many of us market our businesses? Yes, there may be free marketing. There are free marketing strategies out there and also paid marketing. But sometimes being a business owner, we become so overwhelmed with so many things in the business, we forget about marketing or we don't like marketing. So you can put this as well into cost for your business as well. And it depends on what your goals are, who your target audience is, and the specific strategies that you choose to implement in these. Small businesses generally spend anywhere from 7 to 10% of their annual revenue on marketing. Some people do more because it all depends on how much they're getting in. If they're just a new business, you may want to increase that percentage more so you can get more people in the door of your business. And this percentage may increase or decrease based on the nature of the business, industry, and the industry trends that are going on at the time that you're doing your marketing. So you have digital marketing. This is most what people are using these days in the technological age is digital marketing. So like social media ads, like for Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, all those social media platforms, you can run ads on those platforms as well to gain customers. So you may pay $200 to $1,500. As I said, it all depends on your budget. All these platforms you can use for free as well for marketing. Google Ads cost depends on competition, but typically range from $1 to $5 per click. It varies. Don't mark my word for it. And you have like SEO services that you can hire an SEO expert to help you run your business as well. That gives you strong SEOs to optimize your business so that it attracts the clients that you want. So, all right. And a search engine optimization, SEO stands for. Content marketing. You can create blogs, videos, and other content costs between $1,000 to $5,000 per month if you're outsourcing it, if you have someone that's your content creator. So it can cost you that, sometimes less as well, sometimes more. Email marketing is very good. This is where when Snapchat and when Instagram and Facebook go out for 2-3 hours and we're panicking and say, oh my gosh, I can't go on Facebook and so on. This is where your email marketing list will come in and you can use your email list and still run your business as well. Because you know that we don't own these social media. We're just borrowing space on these social media platforms to run our businesses. So it can cost you anywhere from $0 to $300 per month. And it all depends on the number of subscribers that you have on your email list. And traditional marketing like flyers, sponsorship, radio ads costs between $50 and several $1,000, depends on scale and location of your business. So these are some other things, things that we should take into, financial things we take into consideration. Location cost as well. So the cost of leasing a commercial location in Canada, it varies depending on the city, type of property, and the specific location as well. And then you'll have to pay additional costs would be like property taxes, utilities that often charged separately if it's not in the lease agreement. You have to pay a security deposit as well and maintenance fee for that office space that you rented. Home-based businesses now. Starting a home-based business is more affordable and compared to leasing commercial space, But it all depends on the business that you're doing, because not all businesses can be done from home. And some benefits of home-based business is that tax deductible. That's why we're talking about tax before. I said you can see how maybe you can pay some lower taxes. So you can deduct a percentage of your mortgage or rent, utilities, internet, and space used for that business in your home as well. So if you have the basement, you can tell them that the entire basement is your office space. And then you can deduct that as well from your tax when you go to do your taxes yearly. It's low, you have lower overhead, like no commercial lease because you're already paying rent and or mortgage. Parking, you have your own parking spot as well, so you don't have to pay for additional parking in some places. And you just wake up out of bed, go downstairs in the basement, less gas and paying for commuting and time and so on. And another benefit of home-based business is flexible. It gives you a better work-life balance and control over your operation and so on. And it gives you more profit to work and to grow, more profit to grow, and also less work in terms of doing the business as well. So that's coming to the end of the presentation. We looked at the importance of financial literacy for entrepreneurs. We look at understanding the basics, like of budgeting and saving, debt, business startup versus equity financing, managing your cash flow. This is a very important part of business, is managing your cash flow. So if you don't know how to manage your cash flow, the business will go into a wreck. So we have to learn how to manage our cash flow. And also we look at tax and legal consideration, building personal wealth, and other ideas of like starting your own business and renting versus renting. Any questions?
All right, so if anyone has any questions, you can put them in the chat. I already see some people have written some. So I'll just start on from the top and then we'll just work our way down. So again, any questions you have, put them in the chat and I will read them out. So our first question, this was one some other people might have as well. It says, am I able to get the PowerPoint from today's presentation?
Sorry about that. No, we don't give the PowerPoint out because we use it over and over for different presentations. So sorry about that one.
Okay, no worries. Next it says, what if you are working on reserve? Do you still have to pay taxes for the business that is on reserve?
You'll have to speak to your accountant about that because I don't really give out like those type of financial information. I just go over the general aspect of it. So if you have like questions like that, you can reach out to your CPA or you can contact CRA as well for that information.
Okay, this one is about content creating. So it says, would a content creator be considered a business? And in regards to that, would they have to register as a business then?
Yes, you'll have, because you're running a business and money is coming into your business. So you have to register your business. You can start off as a sole proprietor because you're just creating content and so on. But you can start initially. Don't hold my word for it. Already being recorded? I hope not. You can start off reaching out to people, telling that you're a content creator, and you can start off by in them to do the job for them at a lower cost just to get your experience, to get like customer feedback, and to have those social proof that you have experience in this area. And then later down, you can register your business if you something that you want to do long term. And content creation, you can get even $1,000 per client to create content for them, even one Instagram post per day for 30 days, and they pay you $1,000 or more for that content that you do for them. And sometimes you don't even post the content for them. You just create the content, a 30-day content for them, give it to them, $1,000.
Okay, this one is about recording of the The Zoom is not a recorded session. So unfortunately, we don't have the recording of this available. Another one is for, oh, both you and I. It says, does EPL or Prospect offer one-on-one business advice, or do you have any recommendations? You can go first for that one.
Yes, we do one-on-one on advice, but you'll have to be someone that disclose that you have a disability and you're living in the Edmonton area.
Okay. Yeah, and then at EPL, we don't have business advisors here. However, if you were to come in or call, they could the librarians would be happy to help you try and find a place in Edmonton that would offer those services. Um, there is a live transcript. I don't believe we have a recorded transcript available. There's like live captioning. Um, let's see here.
Yes, and this is how you'll reach out to us if you're interested in being a part of the EDP program. So that's how you'll reach out to us.
Oh, here, would you be able to post the link to the YouTube video that you shared in the chat?
Okay, let me search for it.
Okay.
I'll have to search for the link. Just give me a moment.
Oh, I see Jeremy posted a link in the chat. Is that the link to the video, Jeremy, or is that a different video?
Is it the link?
Oh, it's the same video. Oh, thank you so much. That's very
Good.
helpful.
Yes, good. Yes. That website, if you're an entrepreneur, so that website is that YouTube channel is a very good YouTube channel for you to go and listen to those motivational videos and all those videos as well. Thank you for that, Jeremy.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, another question is there a place where we can get legal advice on creating client contracts, like a service agreement slash terms and conditions? I've reached out to several lawyers and they're only interested in helping if you're incorporating. I'm a sole proprietor.
Okay. I'm giving you my personal experience. You can go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to help you draft up that information that you want.
Okay, and then, oh, this person is interested in a little more information on SOE. They said, could I get a
Mhm.
more in-depth definition and the responsibility for an SOE job? Not quite sure what that is.
Right. So the SOE search engine optimization. So when you go on any platform, you're going on Amazon and you're looking for body wash, just an example. When you type in body wash, you're going to see lots of persons that selling body wash. But if you put in, for example, Dove body wash, you'll only be seeing Dove body wash coming up. So because the person used Dove in their SEO, that person product will show on the first page of Amazon. Others that didn't use Dove, you'll see random body wash coming on your screen. So SEO is just helping people to find your product easily and fast. So that's it. So an SEO expert is someone who specializes in helping persons' products land first page on Google, land first page on Amazon, land first page on eBay, and so on. So that's SEO in a nutshell. I hope that answers your question. If you have any more question on that, you can let me know.
All right, thank you. Any other questions for our presenter?
Oh, thank you, Anna. I'm just going through the chat.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah.
That is a part of my resume. A part.
Oh,
Thanks.
excellent. Yeah, I'm just going through the chat again to make sure there's no comments that I missed. So questions. Okay, this person has a question about the ChatGPT comment that you had made. Said she said your slides had to have sound legal contracts. Would
So ChatGPT,
ChatGPT?
right? So you write up the contract and then you take it to uh, a lawyer just to verify the information that's there. You'll find a lawyer that will work with sole proprietor. There are lawyers out there that you can search, even use ChatGPT as well to say what are some sole proprietor lawyers in Edmonton, if you're from Edmonton. So
Okay, yeah, looks
yes,
like Jeremy had commented on that message and said, I believe you can make client contracts with the website ChatGPT and perhaps have it verified by a lawyer to make sure it's solid. Is that kind of what you were meaning as well?
yes, that's what I said. Thank
Okay.
you. Yep, yep,
Okay,
yep,
excellent. Great.
yep. Whatever these AI give you, don't take it as set in stone. You need to verify the information because they're not 100%. They are just being fed with information that are on the internet as well.
Okay, great. Yeah, so it sounds like Jamie was kind of on the right track thinking that
Mm-hmm,
you
mm-hmm.
can't just use the ChatGPT, but then you can use it as like a stepping stone to, okay,
Yep.
that makes sense. Okay, awesome. Um, oh, another message. Oh, is there a place in the on the city website to guide one if he wants to start a business, say a tile setting contractor for EXP?
What website are you referring to?
Oh, for example, oh, like maybe, do you mean, okay, so is it their place in the city website or any city in Alberta as for like a guide? Oh, so like, are you wondering for like an official guide? Because you did talk about how like the city of Edmonton has some requirements for businesses. Do you
Yes, so
know if
you can
there's like a
find those. Yes, you
place?
can find those on the website. Yes,
Okay, they'd be on the city websites. Okay,
yes.
okay.
Any more questions?
I'll give us another minute or so just in case some people
Yes.
are typing. Some questions are elaborate, which is nice. Oh, here, and while, just in case anyone else is still typing out some questions, just to give us a little
Okay,
extra time,
sure.
I'm just gonna paste that survey that I had put in the chat earlier on. I know some people joined us midway through the presentation, so I'll just post it again. So this is just a survey that we have in the library. We just give to people at the end of any of our programming that we do. And it's just an optional feedback. So if you'd like to fill it out, that would be excellent. So I'll just post it in the chat again. That's there. Again, optional if you'd like to give us any feedback. You can just fill that in. And yeah, I posted it at the beginning there, but I know some people joined us partway through. So there that is again. Alrighty, any last questions? You guys have had some really good ones so far.
Yes.
All right. I think that might be it for questions. Any final closing remarks, Corinne?
Yes, as I said, you can reach out if you're interested in starting your business. Let me just share about the information for a quick minute. That you can reach out to us if you are a person with disability and living in the Edmonton area. So we're here to help you start your business, let's say free of cost for our service. You don't have to pay to be a part of the EDP program that we have here at Prospect.
Okay. Oh, here, I did have some people have a quick question. They're just wondering if you would be able to go through the slides again, just really quick, doesn't have to have the commentary on it, just so they could look over it like a few seconds per slides and just to make sure they didn't miss anything with their notes. here. I'll just go back to the beginning.
We're just telling you what we offer at EDP. Then this is the goal that we wanted to achieve from the workshop.